Hello, and welcome to Cooking Lessons for Dad, where you'll learn to cook healthy, cook easy. My name is Karen Breyer, and today we are making a delicious, fluffy whole wheat bread in a bread maker or bread machine, whichever you want to call it. This is a really easy recipe. It's healthy, all healthy ingredients, no white flour, and it tastes so good. I think you're going to love it. The ingredients in this recipe are warm water, a neutral oil, honey, salt, stone ground whole wheat flour, vital wheat gluten, and active dry yeast. And that's it. So it's really easy to make if you haven't used a bread maker before, a bread machine. The important thing is to follow the instructions and put all the ingredients in the bread maker in the order that they tell you. So here's our ingredients. We're just going to put them in the bread maker in the right order. So the first thing that we're going to do is add 1 1/4 cup of warm water. And if you're wondering what warm is, it's about 110 degrees Fahrenheit. Next, 2 tablespoons of a neutral oil, and you could use olive oil. I have grapeseed oil, and you could choose which one you would like. Okay, that was 2 tablespoons. Next, 1/4 cup of honey. This is a really good sweetener. Okay, trying to get all the honey. So 1/4 cup is the same as 4 tablespoons, so you could measure it that way if you'd like. So next, 1 1/4 teaspoons of salt, and I'm using kosher salt, but you could use the salt of your choice. Next, 3 cups of stone ground whole wheat flour, and I have a certain way of doing this. Instead of putting the 3 cups right into the machine, I'm going to put it here because I've lost track before, and then once it's in there, you can't take it out to recount it. So I've messed that up before. So I'm going to measure 3 cups. When you're measuring flour, you want to have the flour fluffy and not packed into your cup. So spoon it in, a little heaping, and then just scrape over the top. So I put it in here, and I can tell it's about 3 cups. So if I got interrupted, I know I've got it right. But it's better not to measure it in here because you want to level off the cup to make sure it's accurate measurement. Okay, so we'll add this. Next, 2 tablespoons of vital wheat gluten, and we're using vital wheat gluten because we don't have white flour, and this will give it a better texture and a better rise than if you left it out. Next, 2 1/4 teaspoons of active dry yeast, and I buy this in a bulk bag, store it in the refrigerator, and it's a lot cheaper than buying the individual package. But 2 1/4 teaspoons is the same as 1 packet of dry yeast that you buy in packets. So next, lock the pan in place, put the lid down, select the whole wheat setting, or mine says whole grain setting, so it says 11. So your bread machine might be different, just however you want to get to the whole grain setting or whole wheat setting. And then some of the bread makers, you can choose the crust color, and on the whole wheat, it doesn't let me choose it, so I'll skip that. And the loaf size, select 1 1/2 pounds. All right, we're going to push start. It takes about 3 to 4 hours. We'll come back and we'll see how it looks. We'll try it. Okay, see you in a bit. Okay, the bread cycle has completed. I'm going to take the bread out, and I'm going to let it cool on a bread rack. Turn it upside down. Okay. Set it up higher. So we're going to let it cool before we slice it. So try and wait until it cools. We'll be right back. I waited as long as I could to try our fluffy whole wheat bread, so I'm ready to cut into it. Looks delicious, smells delicious. It's pretty fluffy to me. We're ready to try it. Look at that. It looks perfect, and it's very soft, fluffy. I'm going to cut a piece. Ready to try. I think I'll cut it in half. I'm going to try a piece, just plain, and then I'll try one with some honey butter. Delicious. So I made this honey butter in another lesson. It's a really quick, easy recipe to make any baked good tastier and sweeter. Wow. It's so good. A perfect combination, a tasty treat, an easy, healthy bread recipe in the bread maker. Look, perfect. You're going to love it. Try it. And I'll see you in the next lesson.